Good to see you, Ian. We'll just catch up on the midweek first. The good news is, for Dion Charles, he's available on Saturday. That mix-up has been sorted out by the FA, so that's good for Dion. Obviously, Catcher gets the ban, and it was an unfortunate night for everybody. No long-term damage done. In this case, perhaps you're just looking at the bigger picture now and make sure everybody's okay.
Yeah, I think there's a few parts to this. Number one is that rightfully Dion red has been rescinded and the ban has been transferred to Catcher. Catcher deserves that ban. He's the first one to admit that. He's apologised for his actions. It's very much out of character for him, and we will find him internally and deal with it, park it and move on. The two main parts for me are, number one, that both Catcher and the linesman are human beings and people make mistakes. People forget that we're human beings and we have private lives, and sometimes you have family problems, family issues that go on that you don't really want to talk about or speak about, and then you end up doing crazy things. I'm sure both are very apologetic for the mistakes. The linesman immediately apologised after the game. We take his apology and we move on. What we are is human beings, and we must take care of each other, and the tirade of abuse on social media, the vile diatribe, just needs to stop on both. Constructive criticism is fine. We're in an industry which is subjective. People have opinions on football, and we have to respect that and respect their opinions. We put ourselves out there for constructive criticism, but when that becomes personal and steps over the line, it really affects people's mental health, and we have to be really careful and cautious with what we say and do to each other. Both the linesman and Catcher were very, very upset post-game, and now it's about supporting them, understanding that it was a genuine mistake from both parties, and we'll move on.
Yeah, it's an emotional business, but as you say, I think you're absolutely right to say that, and we wish them both well.
Yeah.
In terms of business, so we don't have Catcher on Saturday, we do have Dion. Personnel-wise, Owen Beck is no longer with us, so we've gone back to Liverpool. He's come here, he's made a contribution to us, he's done well in the games he's played, but that's again one that's going to just suit everybody.
Again, it was a mutual decision really. The most important thing for Owen is that we don't hinder his personal development and his progress. He had a loan in Portugal that didn't work out. He's come here and he's played some football, but probably not enough by his own admission. And we feel it's right to allow him to return to Liverpool, to carry on with his development, to be back amongst his own age group, to develop some confidence again. We feel it was the right thing to do by him. So yeah, it suits both parties, but it was very much with Owen's future in mind.
I'm sure he's enjoyed and learned a lot from being here, and he's helped us in the semi-final of the Papa John's Trophy.
He's been a pleasure to work with. He's been a fantastic young man. His attitude is first class, and I know he'll go on to have a great career in the game. We wish him well. Absolutely.
That frees up a loan potentially if you wanted to use it. We're coming towards the end of the window. Fans are thirsting for information. Of course, I know you're trying hard to get bodies in, particularly up front. Are we optimistic? We're hopeful. Where are we at with that?
Yeah, optimistic. We're working really hard. This week has been an awfully long week, some long hours, but some positive conversations. Things are happening and developing all the time. We've had fantastic support from Sharon and the rest of the board, and we'll continue to work hard to improve the squad.
Obviously the squad will be what it is, and Saturday injuries of course have just taken the toll. No Dan still on Saturday, so he misses. How's everybody else shaping up?
Yeah, no Dan on Saturday, but he's progressing well. MJ has a bit of a knock, but maybe okay. The rest are absolutely fine.
And the good news, Jon posted on social media this week that he came through his operation well, which was encouraging. I think Jack, the same as his op's gone okay. Yeah,
both ops have been successful, gone really well, and we wish them very well on the recoveries. We'll give them all the support they need. Both will concentrate on the rehab. They're good professionals, and hopefully have them back sooner rather than later. George Thomason, I must touch on him as well. He's progressing really well. He's back out on the grass, not into football work at the moment, but running and running pain-free, so that's a good sign.
It is indeed. So there's been so much going on, but there's some football as well. The bottom line is we had a really good win midweek. I know Forest going to the bottom of the table, but fighting for their lives against 10 men. Great to get it over the line, and good 3 points just to get in moving again.
Yeah, I mean, previous to the game on Tuesday, I think they'd taken the lead in the last four games, so they're competitive. We got the early goal, which was always important for us. Our record when we score first speaks for itself, and it felt like we were going to go on to get some more. Things change really quickly in football, and we had to adapt and overcome. Obviously, at half-time we were able to set a plan to make sure we get the game and see through the game to make sure we win. the way we went about that was because we already had the goal and the lead. We were able to sacrifice and just defend, and the players were very disciplined and implemented the plan to perfection. So great to win in a different way, but now we must get back to ourselves on Saturday and focus on our performance levels once more.
We've just been chatting to the skipper. It's great to see him back. He just adds a presence where there's, I know you said even around the team when he wasn't, around the squad when he wasn't in the team, adds so much, but out on the pitch it's great to see him back.
Yeah, I mean, again, things change in football really quickly. We lost Rico basically overnight, and the players that stepped up have done an amazing job to have the run that we've been on. It shows you how good and strong the squad can be. But Rico is a wonderful player, and we shouldn't lose sight of that. He's been outstanding for us on this journey. He's been here as alongside Gethin from day one. Both fantastic people, but brilliant footballers, and are going to be a big part of this journey moving forwards as well. So it was great to have them both back on Tuesday.
Maybe didn't get the exposure it deserved on Tuesday because of everything that happened, but a club record, 7 successive home clean sheets. This club's been here a long time, so that's a mark of testimony to the current set of players.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've had 1 or 2 close records this season, so it shows we're on the right track and path. Again, the work we've done out of possession has really aided that. We shouldn't just celebrate those clean sheets as defenders or goalkeepers. It's very much a team effort, and the strikers should take as much credit in those clean sheets as anybody else. It's very much a team game, and we'll continue to work hard to try and improve with and without the ball.
We hit the road again on Saturday there, off to Charlton, a former Bolton man in charge as well, who's just sparked a little bit of recovery there, so a tough one.
Yeah, they've had that new manager bounce, haven't they? I think they've won 3 straight league games. The only defeat since Dean's took over, I believe, was against Manchester United, so there's no harm and shame in that. Yeah, he's a very experienced football man, a very good man. Everybody around these parts speak very highly of him, and we know it's going to be a challenging game. Charlton have a good squad of players, and they've been going well, so yeah, we're up for the challenge. We know it's going to be a challenge, and we'll go there and concentrate on ourselves and our own performance, and hopefully come back with some points.
Yeah, with good memories of last season. I know in some respects that doesn't matter a jot, it was last year, but it was a good night down at Charlton, wasn't it?
Yeah, it seems an awful long time ago now, but it was a good night. A cold, wet night, but yeah, I think it was 4-1 in the end, was it? A good performance, and yeah, hopefully we can turn this Saturday into another one of those performances.